Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. We have our night 2 of WrestleMania 41 preview show. And of course, there's going to be so much going on in this episode. I can't even explain the anticipation and the excitement that we're all feeling right now at this moment. But we are going to be breaking down every match and going through the predictions, and then also kind of touching up a little bit on SmackDown, because I am recording this before SmackDown. So we'll talk about that. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning into another edition of Road to Ringside. My name is Justin Winteroth. And guys, before the video starts, hit the like button and also comment down below. Like if you are excited for this weekend. I know I am. This is going to be a thriller of a night. I can't believe that we are almost here, guys. And also comment which match is going to be the most underrated. I'm going to be choosing the Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre street fight, which we will talk about a little bit later. So guys, let me know what you think is going to be the most underrated match, and like the video if you are excited. All right, starting off the night, I think we're going to be getting the Io versus Rhea versus Bianca triple threat match for the women's heavyweight championship match. And guys, this is going to be an absolute banger of a match. I love every aspect of this because all of these women are extremely talented in-ring performers, and they all have a history together. Now, Rhea obviously has never beaten Io Sky, and ultimately, I think Bianca has also never beaten Io Sky. So this is really, really interesting. Io Sky has a very, very upper hand in this bout because she has defeated both of these women for the titles that they've held at different times. So I was actually at SummerSlam in Detroit when Io cashed in the Money in the Bank on Bianca to win that title. That was epic. Her music hit, and it was just the place went nuts. It was incredible. So I think that this match is going to ultimately end with Bianca Belair winning the title, but I do hear a lot of theories that Io is actually going to retain, and Bianca and Rhea are going to kind of, develop this rivalry as we kind of see developing. Whenever Io's in the ring with them, it seems to be Bianca versus Rhea, and Io's just kind of an extra third wheel in that situation. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to develop and break down. I personally do think Bianca Belair should win the title because she does have this animosity with Jade Cargill and Naomi, and obviously we'll see night 1 if she interferes in their match in any way. But I'm very excited to see the outcome of this, guys. And ultimately, if Bianca does win, I think this sets up for a possibility for her versus Jade Cargill, and we might be able to see that sooner than we think. So I'm excited about this. I think Bianca takes the cake on this one. All right, moving on, we got AJ Styles going up against Logan Paul, and this one's really a toss-up. I don't see a situation here where Logan Paul loses, okay? Now, the reason for this is because he's only getting matches, it seems, when there's a pay-per-view event or there's a big night for Raw or SmackDown. So, obviously, this is a tough one. I don't think that they brought Logan Paul into the company to have him lose. I think this is his time to win. Now, of course, the only way AJ Styles wins this match is if the WWE has plans for him to go for a title. Now, I don't see that happening. Do you guys see that happening? Because I sure as heck don't. I don't see him going up against Cody Rhodes or John Cena because that's already obviously happened. We saw AJ Styles go up against Cody Rhodes twice already, and he lost both times. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think Logan Paul is going to win this one, and I do possibly think there might be a Karrion Kross appearance. I hope there is, at least, because I just want to say that Monday Night Raw, Karrion Kross versus AJ Styles was an incredible match, and I think that really developed Karrion Kross into this guy that everyone wants to see more of. So I'm really hoping there might be an appearance of Karrion Kross, kind of him rooting for AJ Styles. Maybe he even helps AJ Styles win this match. There's a possibility there. But guys, I think Logan Paul takes this strictly for the reason I don't think he's in the company to lose. I think he's in the winning business. And of course, we're going to be getting some high-flying moves. We're going to be getting some very, very powerful in-ring performances from both of these gentlemen. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have Logan Paul cheat and win. So we'll see what happens with that. And moving on, we got the Liv and Raquel going up against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria for the women's tag team titles for the Raw brand. So guys, this is exciting because I was very, very pleased with the women's gauntlet match that was on Friday Night SmackDown last week. I loved that Lyra and Bayley, these two workhorse women, came through and defeated absolutely everybody from start to finish in order to get their title shot at WrestleMania with Liv and Raquel. Now, touching on Raquel and Liv a little bit here, I do think that they are a great tag team. They've obviously won the titles multiple times, and Liv Morgan is at the absolute peak of her game right now. She is in her prime, and she is honestly, in my opinion, like I've said in previous videos, I think she's the best women's performer and wrestler in the company right now. And that's just my opinion, guys, but honestly, she has so much potential in this company. I think she deserves another title reign, and I'm understanding right now that I do think she's going to be holding on to the tag team titles with Raquel here. I think that they are going to win this, and ultimately what we're going to be seeing is a heel turn from Bayley and or Lyra. It's really a coin flip as to who they can turn here. But of course, we did get a little bit of a teaser with Bayley a couple weeks ago on Raw when they went against one another for that IC title that Lyra's got. And Bayley just walked out of the ring, stormed out, didn't even shake up Lyra or nothing. But she did ultimately come back and give her a hug and raise her hand and all that good stuff. So honestly, I think this is going to be setting up for a potential heel turn. But I would like to see Lyra be the one to turn heel on Bayley, because I think she needs a little bit more substance in her IC title run. She needs a little bit of something to get her over with the crowd, because let's be quite honest, guys, whenever she comes out, it's really, really quiet. You get a couple woos with her theme song, but it's really nothing too much. Like, we need something that's going to have Lyra stand out from the rest. And of course, we've seen with the men how the IC title works. If you want to be a workhorse champion and defend that thing every week, the best way to do it is as a heel, because, man, there are way too many babyface women out there, and we really need a heel title holder. And I think that is going to be where Lyra's direction goes after they lose to Liv and Raquel in this tag team bout. All right, guys, moving on. We got the Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre street fight match in Las Vegas, and I can't wait, guys. I should say it's a Sin City street fight, and this is going to be really exciting. And again, guys, this is a 50-50 shot here. I have absolutely no clue who can win this or who will win this. Now, the only way I see Damian Priest winning this match is if this turns into a WrestleMania, hey, Drew, I got your number at WrestleMania several times kind of deal here, right? So we're trying to see how this is going to be portrayed with Damian going up against Drew at WrestleMania. Because obviously we know last year, Drew lost the title after he had just won it several minutes prior due to a cash-in from a cash-in from Damian Priest, and then obviously a CM Punk injury that he was dealt. And this is really crazy. I mean, this is really, really crazy to see. I really want to see Drew win this. I think Drew is going to win this match, and I think we're going to be putting to bed the Damian and Drew feud that they have here for WrestleMania. Now, if Damian ends up winning this match, they're going to have to extend this another year. We might get another year-long rivalry here with Drew and Damian setting up for the next WrestleMania, because now it's turned into, well, it looks like Damian's got your number, Drew. It looks like Damian is a better wrestler than you. And I don't think with the character that Drew is right now, he is not going to be happy with that. It's gonna consume him, and he is going to want to wrestle him all the time. And I think that'll kind of, prolong this feud, which I don't think we need. I think both of these guys need to go their separate ways. They're both former heavyweight title holders, recent title holders, I should say. So we got to make them go their separate ways. And ultimately, I think that Drew should win this match. I believe he will win this match. But guys, let's not forget the Backlash street fight that Damian Priest had with Bad Bunny. That was absolutely iconic, and he is currently undefeated in street fight matches. So this is going to be very, very interesting. And now I'm going to be touching on the Friday night SmackDown that we're going to be seeing. I'm recording this on Thursday, so you'll see it Friday of tonight. You'll see SmackDown. Man, do we get the Street Profits in WrestleMania? I mean, come on. This is a absolute sham. I think that these guys deserve a WrestleMania match, because the reason why I'm saying that is because, the War Raiders get a WrestleMania match, and their titles don't nearly mean as much as the SmackDown brand titles, because there's an actual division in there and there's actual competition. So I don't really care for this much, but I do want to give you my prediction as to what's going to be happening. So obviously tomorrow night, or tonight if you're watching it on Friday, we are going to be getting the Street Profits going up against the Motor City Machine Guns. And I think what's going to happen here is we're going to be getting a ton of interference, as we always do. I think DIY is going to come out. I think Mello, not Miz, is going to come out, which is now the Miz and Carmelo Haynes coming out. They're going to come out, and then we're also going to be seeing Pretty Deadly, and we're going to be seeing whoever the heck else is in this tag division. It's so many people, it's so many teams, but I do want to see a big TLC match at WrestleMania with the Street Profits. I would absolutely love that. And you know what, guys? The Street Profits are so beloved. I want to see them win this at WrestleMania as well. So I'm going to tell you right now, if there is a tables, ladders, and chairs match at WrestleMania with all of these tag teams that are in the Friday Night SmackDown division, I still think that the Street Profits retain, and this is going to put them to a whole other level. So let me know what you guys think about that. It's kind of a long shot, but I would love to see it, and these guys definitely need to be in WrestleMania. All right, moving on. We got Randy Orton going up against To Be Determined. I have a picture of Randy Orton here with Nick Aldis, and obviously this is something that we've all discussed and all have kind of wanted to see. I would be thrilled with this because, guys, Nick Aldis is actually several years younger than Randy Orton, believe it or not. I actually think he might be a whole 8 to 9 years younger than Randy Orton. So this would be really interesting to see. We haven't seen a general manager of either brand go up against a main superstar like this in quite some time. So I would love to see something like this. And Nick Aldis, like, again, he's still pretty young. He's ready to go. We got to get him out of the suit, get him in the tights, and let's see what happens. Let's make it happen. Now, we did get a little bit of a teaser for it on Friday Night SmackDown last week. And of course, we're still kind of unsure about it. But guys, I have a crazy theory here. I have a theory that we might be seeing Randy Orton go up against the final boss. Yes, Randy Orton versus The Rock, because I would hate to see this Friday Night SmackDown right before WrestleMania where The Rock isn't there. Like, guys, we need to see The Rock in some capacity, but I know it's a long shot because I'm pretty certain that he is going to be, well, you know what? I'll save that thought for the next couple slides here. So moving on, we got Finn versus Dom versus Penta versus Bron. This is for the IC title. And guys, this is going to be an incredible match. I literally cannot wait for this. The storyline that we have been put through for this has been excellent. And of course, we have Penta, who has never lost a singles contest yet. And we have Bron, who is that spear he hit on Carlito, I think, put him into GOAT status. And then, of course, we have Dominik Mysterio, the biggest heel in the company right now. And then we have Finn Bálor, who is a seasoned vet and just loves putting over talent. Ultimately, guys, with that being said, Finn Bálor putting over talent, you know what? He's done it for way too damn long, and I think Finn Bálor gets the dub here. Now, there is a common thought process here and a theory that there's going to be a situation where Dominik actually wins the IC title, and that theory goes as such. So people believe that Finn Bálor is going to coup de grace Bron, right? And then he's going to go for the pin, but Dominik Mysterio is coming from outside of the ring. He's going to pick up Finn and throw him outside of the ring, and then ultimately he is going to be the one pinning Bron for that IC title. And this is going to create all kinds of, animosity in the Judgment Day, and the Judgment Day is going to break up, and or Finn will leave the Judgment Day. Now, guys, I don't want to there's so much that could happen here, guys, and there's 4 dudes here, and of course, I'd love to see someone like Penta win, but ultimately, I think this is a Judgment Day situation. Now, here is why I think Finn Bálor needs to win, and the reason for that is because this will actually set up a really awesome feud with him and Sheamus. And guys, if you don't know, Sheamus actually has not won the IC title ever in his career, and it's the last freaking title he needs to complete the whole cycle of titles. So I think that this is going to build for a really amazing storyline for him and Sheamus. Maybe not necessarily right away, but definitely down the line, maybe towards like SummerSlam, kind of building up towards WrestleMania of next year. If they plan on having Finn win, he's got to hold it for some time to make this valid. So that's kind of where I think about, Finn winning this, and I would want to see that the most because obviously him and Sheamus would be a awesome match, and I can't wait to see what happens with this. This can be a fun time, and of course, Braun Breaker's on to bigger and better things, in my opinion, along with Dominik Mysterio. And all right, guys, I know you're waiting for this one. So this is going to be an absolutely iconic once-in-a-lifetime experience for us, literally, because John Cena is going to be retiring this year, and this is his last WrestleMania ever. So, guys, we are getting Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, and I've really, really debated about this one. I've thought for the last 2 weeks how this could possibly go, and I think I finally have an answer that I'm happy with. So I think, guys, this is what's going to happen in this match. ultimately, we're going to be having a long, wonderful match with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. It's going to be a long bout, and it's going to be one that's very, very precise, very accurate, and very, very brutal. Now, what's going to be happening towards the end of this match? We'll just skip right to it. Guys, I think that there's going to be a situation where the final boss comes out to support his corporate champion, John Cena. But wait, that's not where it ends. I think that we're going to be seeing Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to come out on an ATV and or a four-wheeler and or a dune buggy and or a motorcycle. Who freaking knows? Stone Cold's going to come out and he is going to essentially take the final boss off of Cody while he's beating the crap out of him, and he is going to save Cody Rhodes. But guys, I'm going to tell you something right now. I still don't think Cody Rhodes is going to be winning this match. This is all John Cena's title to win, and we're going to get the spinner belt back. And guys, the reason why I'm saying John Cena is going to win the title is because this is going to set up an amazing storyline between him and CM Punk. CM Punk and John Cena have a very, very rich history together, exchanging titles between one another. And the reason why I'm saying that this needs to happen is because we have Money in the Bank right around the corner, guys. And John Cena is on GOAT status at this point. He's won his 17th title. And then ultimately we get John Cena versus CM Punk, and we have a rematch of Money in the Bank 2011. So, guys, that's kind of my thought process on this. I totally would love to see this. Comment down below what you think. I know for a fact it would be mind-boggling to see Stone Cold and The Rock out in the ring in 2025, but I think that's what needs to happen, and it would be I'm just so excited. So, I don't know. I think Cena wins without a doubt. This is where it needs to go because I want to see CM Punk win that title. And of course, I think that we are going to be having an unforgettable night, an unforgettable weekend, I should say. And is this going to be topping WrestleMania 40? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't care. Even if Stone Cold comes out, guys, I don't think it tops WrestleMania 40. We kind of had a lot of these matches get thrown together, and a lot of them, don't really mesh too well in my opinion. But guys, we still have an amazing night 2 card. Night 1's a little bit but night 2 is going to be electric. And of course, these are the reasons for that. So I appreciate everyone tuning in. If you have not already, please like the video, please comment on the video, and of course, please guys subscribe. I just hit 30 subscribers. It means the world to me. So thank you all so much for tuning in. And we will be doing a review of WrestleMania weekend, and of course, a Raw after WrestleMania review. There's going to be a lot of content that people will be pumping out, and I appreciate you tuning in. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night and have a great weekend. We will talk to you all very soon. Enjoy WrestleMania weekend. Bye-bye.